Thanks. Well, as the 2016 race to the White House heats up, we can't help but wonder what a change in leadership will do to job growth in the economy. Can our leaders really do anything? Our next guest is looking in the past to give us a sneak peek at what the future could look like. Here now is Travis Brown. He's the author of How Money Walks. Nice to see you this morning, Travis.
Good to be back.
You brought your big monitor this morning to break down the politicians' potential candidates and what they did while in office. The question that we always hear, Governor Mike Huckabee has said this, that, politicians, members of government don't actually create jobs. Is that the case?
Well, you had Mayor Rudy Giuliani on earlier, and he talked about this incredible bench, and he's exactly right. In this case, we have rumored at least a dozen folks that might run for office for the President of the United States who have a jobs record as a former or current governor. That's what we're looking at here. The net private jobs created per day scored across 2 decades.
So do these governors have anything to do with the jobs coming into their state?
Well, you have to argue that they do. How they govern really matters. We can see that in the results, scoring them from the best to the least effective across, in some cases, 180 months. In other cases, the last 4 years, several years worth of jobs and tax cuts.
All right, let's dive into the monitor here. So is this #1 on the list for most jobs created while governor?
In ranked order of the dozen governors or former governors, jobs created per day, net private jobs, scoring in at the top of the list is former Governor Jeb Bush out of Florida. 1.1 million jobs over 96 months. Florida, the Sunshine State, creates 406 jobs per day while he was in office.
Governor Rick Perry, we've heard a lot about this. He's touted this record across the country.
Right behind him, we know Texas has created the lion's share of jobs in the last 5 years, over 180 months, 397 jobs on a per daily basis. Followed by
Governor Kasich?
Governor Kasich out of Ohio, the Buckeye State, doing pretty well. 226 jobs per day over a 50-month governing option. Then we have New York coming in at about 168 jobs per day. We move to the second tier. We can look at...
These are all Republicans.
Yes, this is the former governor of Virginia, Gilmore, followed by Mike Pence, creating 127 jobs per day. Governor Scott Walker in Wisconsin, doing pretty well at 103 jobs per day. Then the second tier, you're looking at 91 jobs per day created in New Jersey by Governor Christie. The last 4 governors rumored to be in as POTUS hopefuls: Bobby Jindal, Mike Huckabee, Lincoln Chafee, and Martin O'Malley.
Ooh, so Governor Martin O'Malley down there, 2 jobs per day.
Only 2 jobs, net private jobs per day. They could have done a little bit better job in Maryland. We know Maryland is an example where there was taxes raised 20 times over O'Malley's term.
And among the Republicans, taxes cut? Is that the overarching theme of all of these guys?
How you govern really matters. As a group, Republican governors in the last 4 years lowered taxes by $36 billion. The reverse, Democratic governors raised taxes by $58 billion. Who we elect really matters in office.
Interesting. Travis Brown, always great to see you. Fascinating stuff. Thanks, Travis.